Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Monsieur. I'm called to come back and continue to speak. I know that those conversations are useful to speak about this interdimensional nature. For there is the more there is, the more we can anchor those energy into the earth, the faster the collective program will go. And so I'm gonna pull a few cards with the Akash to see what may be the guidance that we may receive to see from our chakra standpoint from energetic level. We address the 7 major chakras with the Earth Star and the Soul Star. We have exactly the same card on the Earth Star level. So what we have at the root is a figure of authority. We have to relinquish any external authority and to become an authority, to let go of outside authority, to rely on your own authority, for there is no one. You are great. There is greatness within you. There is nothing else but greatness. You are created one with God. The unity of God, the oneness of God is not separated from your oneness. For there is only one oneness, and you deserve. There is nothing too good for you, nothing. So be an authority. Just take control of whatever lower aspect there is or within yourself, and become the authority. Trust your inner guidance. What we see on the earth plane, on the navel, the sacred chakra, is karmic relation. We are bound together by karmic relation. In order, we have created this scenario that we learn from, and that we can. We have to accept those karmic relations and disengage from relationships that are not conducive or our highest good. What we see on our solar plexus, our power center, is biblical. So there's a great deal of alignment with this spiritual history, this history of history that will be coming aligned. That there is a great shift that is coming, and we need to be ready to participate in a conscious and natural way. What we see in our heart is living or traveling. For Spirit says there is things are going to finally, I'm going to be able to return to my past, my traveling. I will be liberated from this repetitive cycle I've been going through here. But the understanding also is that for God, the cause and the effect are one. The potential and the actual are one. It means that if you buy a lottery ticket, which is potential, it is exactly as if you won the lottery. But for us down here on the earth, whether we buy a ticket or we win the lottery is two different things. It's not the same thing. But to God, it is the same thing. So yet we want to follow whatever guidance we have inside and to move with that, whatever feels good. But there will be traveling for the heart. Within the heart, there is this ability that will be moving us forward. What we communicate is the mother, is the nurturing, is the returning to the divine feminine, to connect to the divine feminine, the Mother Earth, and also the ability to integrate our emotional body. What we see in our third eye, in the center of our vision, the seat of our consciousness, is the Greco-Roman, is this empowerment, this new empowerment that we see. And on the crown that connects us to the higher plane is spirituality and religion. It is this understanding of unity. What we see in the Earth Star, what's below our feet, we are anchored into this Earth Star. Visualize yourself as a tree. When you meditate, you imagine that you have your roots that are going deep inside the earth, and this is the trunk, and then you have those branches that reaches into the heavens, which is conscious, and then you have those other branches that reaches around you into the world. And here we have health. So it's about moving into a greater state of well-being and health to restore the natural balance. And what we have on the soul star chakra, which is a chakra that we share with our higher self, it is a silver star, Merkaba. So it's good to always turn in and ask for the upgrade to come from that center. Is the farm, is the ability we're going to be able to cultivate our garden, to nourish ourselves, to nourish others, to connect to nature, and so this is what will be coming from the future. For the silver light of our soul star is the light of the future. The silver is the light of the future. I want to say that the light is, in essence, light is our nature, and everything is from light. It came from light, and slow down. It is light that has all electrons are photons that have slowed down to manifest into a form for a time, and light is a bridge between matter and spirit. light manifests inside our consciousness, inside our mental body. And on Paradise, the spirit and matter are one. So there is never any need for the mind to intervene between matter and spirit. But as God created the universe, spirit was spirit and matter were separated. So the farther away from spirit and the more matter is separated from spirit, the more the mind needs to interact to reconcile the origin of spirit and the outcome of matter. So we want to reconcile matter, and when matter and spirit are one, the mind does not need. For the mind can be a trickster. The mind always leads us to all kinds of things. For the mind is useful, but we want to follow the intelligence of the heart as much as possible. So you want to be comfortable with your greatness and do not focus on the gap. Do not diminish yourself. Say what am I great at? What is it that I'm great at? And expect greatness from yourself. Do not invest in lack. Do not invest in anything that creates suffering. The hard work is no longer needed to do hard work to achieve anything. For we deserve what we are asked for, and nothing is too good for you. So when it says that time is not, in reality, time does not exist. It's never existed. Time is the separator. It separates things. It's how it was created for time and space are gifts from Paradise. They are so they provide experiences, but in essence, there is only timelessness. And the timelessness is infinity. For you are as divine as God, and we belong to the same oneness. There is not two oneness. Yet we want to become one with the one that is all. And then once all the ones will have become one, then infinity will move to something else. For we are all one. We can never be more or less than one. So we are all equal on that level. Our guides and angels were given to us so that we don't get lost in the illusion. So do not forget to tune in to ask confirmation from your guides, your angels, the Ascended Master, the Archangels. Ask them. If you call on them, they will respond. Do not be surprised if they respond to you more and more. God forgives all mistakes because He knows where we're coming from. He knows where we've been. He knows what our intention is. And an inner minister is completely impartial. He does not take sides. He's completely unified, completely wise. He does not have preferences. He just chooses whatever we choose. He will go with that. He will flow with that. We want to make life elegant, gracious, kind, beautiful as much as possible, to move in the state of grace. For we are kind of tired of climbing this mountain of cleansing, but yet know that at the end of the process, the rewards will be 1,000 times greater than all the things that we had to go through in order to get there. The celebration will make up for all that. I've been working in this fasting process. Fasting is good because it cleans the physical body, and we're discovering new little strengths. We have more strengths when we can do it. So I'm going to continue to work with that. I wanted to say the Earth is doing this cleansing as well, also, and that is what the climate change is about, because there is tension that needs to be released. There is a magnetic shift from the third to the fifth dimension. Also, when sometimes it is possible that we have negative thoughts that come into our mind. Do not associate yourself. There is thoughts that are projected from the fourth dimension into the collective mind that are created specially to keep people in fear, in bondage. So do not associate with whatever negative thought. Just say, well, if there is a dark thought that comes into your mind, just breathe it out. Just let it go. Say, well, this doesn't sound like me. Why do I receive this thought? It's because it's floating in the collective mind. For I know when I lived in America, everybody's bombarded all the time with negative and violent thoughts. There is those extraterrestrial technologies that are used to do that, because if people awaken, it comes in contradiction with the reptilian agenda of control. The reptilians only have ego; they don't have anything else to offer, and they need to control things. So it's part of ourselves. We do have this part of ourselves, the drama of the reptilian brains. We need to disengage from that part of our brain in order to activate the other parts of our brain. For all the things most of the things that we see in the news are created for sensation. So do not be confused by anything. Everything is part of the show. Those who are not ready to ascend, we will not be able to reincarnate on the planet. They will move into another planet as a volunteer to accept those souls. And then once the cleansing, the separation between the ascender and the non-ascender will be made, the dark souls also will have their own plans into. Then all the astral planes will be completely clear. There will be no fear. There will be all the dreams will be able to be light and free, and already feel that. There's been a lot of cleansing. For the fourth dimension, there is the lower part, which is lower entities that are feeding on fear, and then there is the middle part where there is the projector of the show, and then there is the upper part where there is all the beautiful dreams and projection and possibilities, and our guides and the masters are able to descend into the upper part of the fourth dimension in order to communicate with us. They couldn't communicate from the upper planes or wherever they live in the hyper dimension, and so we want to, on the upper part of the fourth dimension, there is the Nirvana, the Garden of Eden, as it is portrayed in the religion. It is the portal that will open up. It's the ideal life on the earth, and the Nirvana is just on the border of the entry level of the fifth dimension. It opens up to the multi-dimensional. But understand, the fourth dimension are replicas of the earth. We go there in dreams, or we go there after we die, but it's extremely populated. There's far more beings living in the fourth dimension than the third dimension, and so it's filled with mystery schools and universities. For after we die, we have to continue to pass through. Before we incarnate, we're learning all kinds of lessons. So understand, it is a pure replicas of the earth on different level and vibration, yet things are more flexible. And it's really hard to reach the fifth dimension because we have to traverse all the fourth dimension. So I hope this message was interesting for you. We also wanted to say that it's good to be able to scan, to sense the energy of the people we're talking to, in order not to be fooled, to have to develop these inner senses that we are able to ascertain, to have a feeling, a sense of, to be able to scan. To scan the energies so that we respond appropriately. We can calibrate our message, and understanding also that we cannot perceive a reality if we do not believe it. If we live in this physical reality, it's because we believe it. If we stop believing in this reality, it would vanish for us. So and also upper plane, these higher dimensions, we need to believe that they exist before we can actually perceive them. And what we perceive, we make real. So because we were created, we were born to be gods, and we came here to create our own reality. Those who have created this dark matrix do not respect the freedom we came with, this desire to explore, and so. But then they're no longer an obstacle. Unless we give them our power, let us not spend time giving power to those darker, older energies. They will. Once we awaken, they have no more power over us. Each person knows best. Also, you know better. You know best for you. You know best for your children. Nobody should tell you how you educate your children. Nobody should tell you what. Do not follow any advices blindly. Follow an advice when it feels wise, when it feels good. But do not impose your vision on anybody else, because everybody's got his own program, and we're all working through different level on that program. And so, those were about the things I put in my notes. I also want to say that hopefully there's going to be some switching on the physical plane that will change the world. This Jubilee, the return to the gold standard on the monetary level. In Malaysia, they were proposing, in order to escape the petrodollars. So I don't know how, because the forces of opposition are still strong on the economical level, but China, Russia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, all those countries are trying to return to a gold standard. They want to find some alternative ways, because as soon as we left the gold standard, it became a fraud, an illusion of money. It's like that's why we move from million to billion to trillion, quadrillion, cantillion, sextillions. So because they're creating this money out of thin air, and it's like there is no value that's backing it up. So all those debts are illusionary, which should be a good news, because at the end of the program, all the debts, not personal debts, but all the other debts will be forgiven, because they've never existed in the first place. And so, because the United States has left the gold standard, I think, since 1933, and ever since then, it's although the dollar is still dominant, and those monies will continue to have value, and when we move into a gold standards, they will be able to be exchanged for it is not they will be exchanged for gold-backed currencies, and they are also reserved that certain ascended masters have put gold reserve that they imported from other planets to back up a whole range of currencies. So we'll see what happens with that. For now, we want to hopefully we'll be able to free ourselves to flow with financial abundance. In the meantime, the card of the day for us is it says determination and self-control, evolution of career, public recognition of a success. Is the Chariot, is the Archangel Metatron. So it is very good news. It is all potential. We want to make it actual now, because but it's very close, and so we just want to be patient, or to embrace and to be grateful as much as possible for whatever we already have, and to open the door for more to come. Well, I hope this message made sense to you. Only embrace whatever feels right, and whatever you can use, certain things, because we're all different. We all have different doorways. We have all pathways. We all and yet there is this universal truth, this universal law, this law of one that humans do not know. If everybody would know the law and stick to the law, we would all live in paradise by now. This law of one. So. Eventually, this is where we're moving towards. The paintings behind me this is an astrological self-portrait. It's the second version of that painting and that subject. It's something completely new. Nobody's ever done that in the art history before, this kind of painting. So. And this is a portrait. I've done 150 different paintings on papers. There is some symbolic, conceptual portraits, nudes, all kinds of things that I've done. I put them on Instagram if you want to take a look at them. I sell them relatively cheap, 1,000 euros. Well, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive. As soon as I can start my project, I'm going to frame them correctly and send them for about 10,000. But for now, I still keep the door open for making a few sales, or even for those who are. For it is not easy for someone who has never collected art to invest in art. Yet most of the people that are used to feel comfort, and it is a very secure value when you buy something you love, and usually you not only you enjoy the art, but when you resell it, you usually can make a lot of money, because with time it's like wine. Art gets increase in value with time, not like most of those things that decrease in value with time. And so it's a song. I had this other song that came through my mind, but I sang it the other day. I will return to it. This one is a song by Jacques Brel that was translated in English and sang by Frank Sinatra. It's called If You Go Away. If you go away on this summer day, then you might as well take the sun away. All the birds that flew in the summer sky, when our love was new and our hearts were high, and the day was young and the nights were long, and the moon stood still for the nightbird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, when I love you so, there'll be nothing left in this world, you know. Just an empty room, full of empty space, like the empty look I see on your face. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, please don't go away. Thank you very much for sticking till the end. I do feel like the sense that this week, this month, this time that we're living is extremely potent in shifting. So we want to get rid, we want to be free of the old cycle. We want to be to move into this space of freedom, of joy, of abundance, of creativity, of gratitude. And so let us support ourselves in that way, so that we can let us stay light, let us stay open to any sort of opportunity, to be spontaneous, to be open and receptive to whatever the heart is telling us, and follow that vision as much as possible, stay as close as possible to that yellow brick road, to that central road that leads us to that freedom, to that understanding of the master soul that is behind the veil, that's conducting all that is going on within our life. Well, thank you very much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.